Welcome to Open the Gate. Tonight, on this beautiful Friday night, I open my gate to Lola Dragoness van Flam. She's a bit between everything, and she's been like, how to say, seducing a lot of people around Paris and many other cities. She says that she's sharing her body with another man called Laurent Mercier. Lola, Laurent, thank you so much for being here tonight.
You only have Lola tonight, but
Tonight,
it's difficult
Lola.
to bring both.
Okay.
It's easy to understand why, but
Obviously.
I could do half-half. I think it's a bit cheap.
I like your 100%.
Yes.
Lola,
So
it's pretty difficult for me to define you because you've been doing a lot of things. Your career is pretty rich and you've been through a lot of experiences.
Yes. But basically it's all related to fashion.
Obviously.
Or the image of fashion.
Yeah. Could you maybe describe us where did you start? I mean, you're born in Switzerland, and how did you came to Paris?
Swiss made. Well, I started with an apprenticeship. Oh, that's such a complicated word. Where I learned how to sew, actually, in a haute couture house in Switzerland. So I really learned how to make things. And after that, I came to Paris, and I did the Studio Berceau, which is a fashion school here, very probably the best fashion school. And well, after that, I started to work in different houses. I started with Jean-Paul Gaultier and then went on with different companies until I decided to produce my own collection, which I started in '99. Actually, the fact was that I told to myself, well, darling, you came to Paris to be a fashion designer, you know, and the time was running out. And then I said, okay, now it's the year 2000, you have to start with that dream, you know, you have to fulfill that. So that's when I started to present my first collection. And then I went on for 3 years, I think, something like that. And then I was hired by Balmain.
Wow, amazing.
And well, at the time, it was not the amazing time like we know it today, because it was a very old company at the time. And it's true, when the manager of the company called me on my mobile to ask me to meet me because he wanted to speak about the possibility to work together, I was very excited about the idea to work for such a big name as Balmain. But then my second thought was, what is Balmain really? We know it from the 50s. We all have these pictures in our mind of the jolie madame, you know,
black and white,
very well-behaved 50s woman. And then I was, but what is it really, you know? Because at the time, you just had like a few designers like Gilles Dufour or people like that that went there, actually, but the designers went in and out like revolving doors, you know? And voila, so I did the collection, Prêt-à-Porter. When Oscar de la Renta left, I did the last haute couture collection of the house.
So you've been the last one to do the beautiful finale haute couture for Balmain.
Yes, they never started haute couture again, actually. But it's very difficult to have customers. And most of the houses that are presenting an haute couture collection, it's basically just for the image. So it's like a big budget, actually, which it's more like a publicity budget.
Of course.
And Balmain, of course, didn't reach that level. But now they're doing very well, I think. With
in their vulgar commercial way, let's say.
Yes, but at least, you know, it's a recognized name. Because at the time, you know, everybody had the name Balenciaga in their mouth because everybody wanted to, like, reproduce that success. But it's not that easy. And problem with that company at the time is that they had absolutely no money. It was like a disaster, you know. They didn't know how to pay the people at the end of the month. And Oscar de la Renta left since he hated me. The customers were forbidden to come and buy, so of course nobody came. But that's something that we knew.
And then you left Balmain.
And I think I did one more collection of Prêt-à-Porter. And yes, and then I left.
Okay, and what happened after?
After that, I started again my own collections, but I decided to present them while the Haute Couture Week.
Okay.
So I did basically 3 or 4 collections after that.
Okay. We can say that you are a kind of night apparition. I mean, we see you in all the best parties. For me, you're a bit like of a reference. If I see you in a party, I'm thinking like, okay,
It's a good party.
it's a good party. And everyone
Not
comes to
always
say,
the case, right?
no, but it's true. I mean, everyone comes to see you. You're like a queen of the night somehow. And you always dress differently. You have amazing shoes, amazing dresses, like the best look.
Yes.
You do your, you do your little hats. I mean, you do so much, and you really have this creativity on Lola, the character. How does this work into your personal life, love life, sexual life? Are you still having fun
Well,
with this character?
like different subjects, but let's start with the first one. I would say that I am not trying to be a woman, actually. I'm not interested in being a woman. I'm a transvestite. That's really what I'm pushing, because I think if I would be a woman, maybe not a real woman, but at least a woman, I wouldn't be that free, you know, to dress up, because I guess when you're transsexual, you're just trying not to show it too
Yeah,
much, and so you're trying to blend in, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I mean, I'm very feminine, you know, and I think men, what they like, sometimes it's not being a woman, it's just the femininity. You don't
Yeah.
have to be necessarily a woman to be feminine, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything can be feminine. A car can be feminine, whatever, you know. And I think what they like is femininity, you know. So basically, that's what I have. More than other women, not all of them, but certain women are like less feminine than
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And basically, it's true. I have quite a success with straight guys. Not all of them, of course, because not everybody is sensible to
Your
this
charm.
kind of my charm. But I have to say that mainly they are sportive, or, you know, like really cute
Real
guys.
testosterone.
Yes.
Thirsty?
Oh, a little bit, darling.
Oh.
Can I have something to drink?
Of course.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Ah,
Sorry.
darling.
And now you're taking a new life with a new experience. You're going into show business.
Yes. Can you believe?
Yes, I can believe, because you absolutely suits this kind of area. I mean, this is just made for you.
Roma, you're too nice.
No, but look
Really.
at you under the light. Isn't she beautiful? I mean, on stage it's even better. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of Thierry Mugler. I've been loving his work since ever. I think you're the same. I mean, what he was doing was just like
Yes, and
really
I'm a bit
beautiful.
older than you, so
Mm.
at the time, frankly, when Thierry Mugler arrived on the market, he really brought something that was totally unseen.
Yeah.
He was in New York and I was in Paris. We started to work together, and then he had to go to New York. Me, I was still working on my collection here, so I had to stay here. So I was working here and him there. So he was calling me at night because, first of all, he doesn't start to work very early. So I had like a second day of work, basically. So I was working like all the time. And so he was like yelling at me pretty much all the time. And I became really scared, actually. You know, I was like, oh my God. And then I went to New York, and we spent a month there together, and I think we got a chance to know each other better. And suddenly the relationship changed totally.
Amazing.
And I have to say that we became friends, actually, even if I still call him Monsieur Mugler, because I could never call him Manfred. First of all, Manfred doesn't mean anything to me. It's not on the Thierry Mugler label. So
Yeah, yeah.
Thierry could be a thing, but he says that he doesn't want to be called Thierry because Thierry Mugler is a brand for him, and he's a man.
Okay.
And actually, his real name is Manfred Thierry.
Okay.
And when he started, they thought, okay, Manfred Mugler sounds a bit too German, so they just kept Thierry. But his real name is Manfred. So I said, no, I'm calling him Monsieur Mugler.
Yeah.
And then one night he sent me an SMS asking me if I would consider the option of being in his show.
Wow.
So I was like, but of course, because, you know, it was like last year, and fashion, I was already kind of out of motivation, you know. And so I was like, but of course, you know. And I'm not the lead part in the show. I have like, but I cannot really talk about that because anyway, it's going to start in about a month. So you all are going to have to come and see us. But I think it's going to be quite amazing. I saw some costumes and It's like the grand mugler. It's like great mugler.
la,
You know?
la.
He's not trying to make things of nowadays or whatever.
Yeah.
He's still going with his obsessions and perfect.
And can I ask you what will be your role in this review?
Yes, my role is Madame Mercier. I'm the directrice de la haute couture. I'm kind of, I don't know how to explain that, but probably I kind of represent his past in fashion, you
Okay.
know? I'm like his experience in a person, you know? And so I'm a bit, you know, not totally included in the show. I'm kind of, how can I say, décalé? I don't know how you say
Yeah.
that, but you'll see.
You bring your touch.
Yes.
A heavy one, I'm sure. Cool, excellent.
So
Can you give us the first date of the premiere?
It will start beginning of December. You can buy tickets from the 10th on,
Okay.
but there are going to be a few representations before that, and I think the first one will take place on the 5th of December.
Okay. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I better be invited, otherwise.
Well, you know that everybody tells me that, so I
know.
might die a couple of times before the end of that year. It's
I
very
know.
difficult because actually I would like to have everybody to come, but I have really no
Of course,
idea
of
and no
course.
control on that.
Thank you, Lola, for being here today with us.
My pleasure.
Very good.
Bye, everybody.
And voila, it was Open the Gate with Lola Dragoness Van Flame. We hope to see you next week, same day, same time. Toodaloo.